Hello, Owl fans, and welcome into TV Studio 3 for a brand new edition of Owl Access Pass. I'm Lindsay Moppert. It's been a while. The Temple men's basketball team finally swept the season series versus Cincy for the first time in 6 seasons. And before Sunday afternoon, it had been 2,245 days since Temple last won in Cincinnati. Well, now we can make that 2 days since the last win in Cincinnati. Owl Access Pass is back, and it all starts right now. Hello, Owl fans, and welcome into TV Studio 3 for a brand new edition of Owl Access Pass. I'm Lindsay Moppert. Each week, I select a great story about a Temple sports team doing things in its community. This week, my pick goes to the Temple football team. Nearly 24 student athletes participated in a couple of different community service activities for the Salvation Army in West Philadelphia on Saturday afternoon. Players were involved in several different tasks throughout the long day, and the Moppy goes to Mia Davis and Damian Dunn. Dunn made several game-winning buzzer beaters, which really set him apart. And then there's Davis, the new program record holder for career points. And she just announced that she is declared for the WNBA draft. Need I say more? The Most Improved Player Award will go to someone that has shown the most growth. And the Moppy Award goes to Karanda Perea and Nick Jourdain. We didn't get to see much of Perea at the start of the season, but when she got the chance, she ran with it. For Jourdain, his numbers and playing time from last season skyrocketed, and that's because of the time and the effort that he puts into his success on the team. The Rookie of the Year award will go to someone that has shown the most potential with the veterans. And the Moppy goes to Anaya Gordine and Zach Hicks. Gordine is a no-brainer for me. She recorded not one, but 2 triple-doubles as a freshman.
This pause it right here has an open Jordan Smith at the top of the screen. If he hits him on the outside shoulder, he could take it up the field. The avenue for the throw is there. The protection is also great. He's got to step into this one. Fast forward at another second. Now we've got Jose Barbone streaking towards the bottom of the screen. Wide open, goes unfound by Mathis. Double team blocks all around Dewan. He's got the time he needs, and he needs to make the throw.
To highlight what I think were the best 3 plays made on any Temple squad in the month of January. First up, who doesn't remember this one? Damian Dunn's buzzer beater bucket to win the game against East Carolina. With 9 seconds to go, Dunn drained this 25-foot three-pointer as the time expired, lifting Temple to a 78-75 win. And on top of it all, he also scored a career high of 33 points that night. What a night for Damian Dunn. And speaking of goalkeeper Annie Carroll, although she is a Pennsylvania native, her college career did not start at Temple. Joining me now over at the studio set to talk about this new girl on the block is OwlSports Update's Sam Massid. Sam?
Thanks, Lindsay. Coach Rosen introduced a new owl in the net this season, and she's already made a name for herself in the cherry and white.
The squad placed 5th in the Game Day D1A division and 8th in hip-hop. And now it's time to introduce another brand new segment.
And now for some more men's talk, and we have a star witness being called to the stand. Just 1 week before she makes her solo anchor debut on OwlSports Update's Owl Access Pass, we welcome Lindsay Moppert.
Than most make in all 4. Talk about a team that's always hot. Joining me now over at the studio set to talk about the fencing squad and its upcoming trip to the NCAA championships is OwlSports Update's Josh Safran. Josh?
Thank you, Lindsay. As most Owls fans know by now, there's no powerhouse at the school quite like the fencing team. However, this season Temple is sending just 2 fencers to nationals.
So basketball season is over, but you know the saying. As one door closes, another opens. And in this case, it's the start of spring football. And more importantly, the beginning of the Stan Drayton era at 10th and Diamond. Coincidence or planned? Temple's new head coach celebrated his birthday on the football field at Edberg Olsen Hall as he led the first of 15 allotted spring practices on Friday morning. And now the segment I've been waiting for. It's time to mop it up. But hold on, we're not done with Davis just yet. It's now time for a fun segment I like to call Lindsay's Locks. The first question I'm going to answer is Mia Davis really ready for the WNBA? This was by far the easiest of my locks this week. Absolutely! Mia Davis is currently 5 points away from breaking a program record in scoring, and game after game, she's showing growth, and she's definitely never been complacent. Coach Cardoza has mentioned how she's very coachable, which is an important quality to have at that next level. If she's not ready, I don't know who is. Here we go, question 2. Will the men's basketball team survive the month of February over 500? 8 games in the month, and the Owls currently sit at 11-7 overall and 4-3 in the American. Because this team has had a lot of close wins and losses over the past few weeks, it can be hard to say what will happen when they meet up with these conference rivals again. But I'm choosing to lock this one in. These young guys have been on quite the hot streak, and I think there's a lot of great chemistry out on the court. And our last lock or no lock of today's show, who is currently the best Temple team on campus? Fencing usually takes the top spot here, but there's something special about this young lacrosse team. They were recently ranked 22nd in a national preseason poll, which is a huge step from previous years. I see a lot of potential there, and that's why I have to lock them in. And by the way, the Temple cheerleaders are actually second in the nation, but I'll stop there. She's a 2-time Big East Weekly Honor Roll recipient. I think I've made my point. Julianne Kopech is undoubtedly what some call double trouble. And now as we head into our last break of the show, make sure to stick around.
Next up, we'll be hitting the links, where the Temple golf team is on a roll-in-one with big help from their non-regional recruits. OwlSports Update will be right back.
The men's team also came out on top with a 6-1 victory, their first of the year. In the first day of a 2-day meet at Northwestern, the 9th-ranked Temple fencing squad went 5-2, and its only losses of the day were to Ohio State and Notre Dame. She's a 2-time Big East Weekly Honor Roll recipient. I think I've made my point. Julianne Kopech is undoubtedly what some call double trouble. And now as we head into our last break of the show, make sure to stick around.
It was night-night for the Owls against UCF on Saturday as Temple football lost by 40-plus points for the 3rd time this season.
And one Temple team was sent out in style to face the #1 seed in a conference championship tournament. Plus,
I'm Caden Steele, live from Howard Field to bring you the story of Ninka Orlamont and the impact that she's having on the playoff-bound Owls. OwlSports Update is live and it's starting right now.
19 varsity teams.
Inside the Nest reporter Eric Jessberger is pulling double duty today as he's covering the big announcement. The Owls are 1-3 on the road, their only win coming at Akron. We welcome Inside the Nest anchor Jackson Neal to the desk as we look ahead to the matchup with the Pirates. Jackson, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me on.
Now, Jackson, let's get into it. For the entire crew, I'm Lindsay Moppert. Have a lovely week, everyone. I'm Lindsay Moppert. Have a fantastic week, everyone.